Hey YouTube, welcome to the combat portion of my Minion Master build. Um, you all will get to witness firsthand how this build works in the real world. So, here we go. Start by summoning all your minions, then you use Swarm of Locusts to quickly get to the first point. The only problem sometimes with this build is getting around faster than some of the other people. The Swarm of Locusts is good. By the time the speed boost wears off, you only have like 10 seconds left on the counter to go without a speed boost, so it's not too bad. Always kill the Chieftain or Spawner, whichever one you're closest to. He gives you good points to start out with to get you closer to victory. Alright, so we're gonna go up to the keep and sit and capture this point. Maybe we'll run into somebody like right here. So activate blind and immobilize, swap to daggers. They're being a little overrun, but see how my health is resisting a lot of the spiked damage. AoE siphon. This isn't gonna go too well. It's okay, just watch for those that are gonna pull stomp on you and try to fear them, but they all coordinated that attack pretty well. Yeah, so that's okay. The only problem is like you just sit waiting around for the waypoint to come back. I don't know why it's so long sometimes. The other thing sometimes is the minions don't recharge completely by the time you come back. So, but the second those minions come up, get them back out. They're your source of damage, healing, toughness, everything. You're dependent on them. Alright, let's have them charge in there. The minion's charge does tend to get caught on corners and whatnot, so he gets annoying sometimes, but that can also be a good thing when you're trying to kill somebody quickly. It's excellent DPS if they're in a corner and you can deal all that damage consistently. Here we go. Finally dropping some people down. So as you can see, my health stays pretty constant the whole time. This guy's trying to take me out. So I'll immobilize, blind, sacrifice for a heal, because sometimes you gotta do that. But some of the more fun things about this build is when you're summoning a minion, your skills to use the blind and immobilize can be used in the process of you summoning that minion. And you can use Death Shroud to just kind of wait it out until your minions can respawn. Or you can use it to survive better, but I wasn't fast enough on that button. So,
the chieftain has returned.
There we go. Rally. So let's summon my minions and get to where other people are. Because you're only as good as your teammates can support you. One-on-one combat is okay, but you're more effective when you have other people with you. Just to help take a little bit of your damage off. And just so your minions survive a little longer with less targets. The only other weaknesses to this build are massive glass cannon kind of builds, which is just DPS thieves or rangers. Sometimes big AoE elementalists can anything that can kill your minions really quickly or outdo your siphoning are very difficult to beat. But anything that runs on conditions can usually be put down by a build like mine because the conditions will just be pulled right off you from your other minions. So you can just like keep these people under by your charge, your blinds, your daze, your cripples. So this build works on all kinds of control, and I believe with toughness and control comes damage. So you don't have to be a DPS kind of build to do great damage. And when there's other people around, you don't always have to do big damage. You just have to add your damage to the pool in order to down people. And you don't always want to go for a stomp. Sometimes it's just your job to keep them poisoned with your scepters and your minions, while the other people can go for a stomp. You're still going to get the same amount of points, the objective neutralizer, so don't be concerned about losing points by doing something like that. You'll gain all the points that you deserve for every kill that you're nearby. That's also why being with other people is helpful. It's because the more people there are, the more points you get, so you'll level up faster. So it's always a plus to just be with other people. See, I got points for someone that I don't even know who I killed. It's great fun. You also get a plus to the healing power with your blood magic. So with all the siphonings and the sacrifices, your heals are actually greater. And you can support people a great deal with all of your poisoning. In my opinion, it's the best condition, because it cuts down people's heals and still does the damage over time. And Necromancers can just stack it on top of each other with something like this. So even if they kill your minions, they're still going to have downsides to doing such a thing. Which is why I recommend the explode and poison rather than the boom eradicator. Because I just feel like their boons will be contradicted by your conditions. So I feel like the poison is going to hurt them more than them losing their boons. So this build works extraordinarily well. We're doing okay, but it looks like the other team's making a little bit of a comeback. But that's okay. So pretty much the point of this build is to keep your health stagnant. As you take some spike damage, your health will slowly decrease, but you can always get it back with your daggers. And you almost never want to go for a stomp on a mesmer or a thief, because they're just going to teleport away and you essentially wasted your time. Most of the time they won't even teleport away unless someone's going for a stomp. So just inflicting conditions, even when they teleport away, they're still taking the damage from those conditions. So sometimes you can take them out even faster by attacking them rather than going for a stomp like that. But the most important thing is just to watch for other people so you're not caught off guard. And that's why thieves to this build can be deadly if they're take you out fast enough. But see, I'm getting all kinds of rewards that told me I was on a rampage earlier in this video, and I got that pretty early on. And now I just got conquering. So as you can see, I'm one of the top players at this current point, just by traveling with other people and inflicting my conditions. So the more you play this build, the better you'll be. A lot of people will just go and test a build one time to see if it's good, and they might lose horribly and slam the build for being terrible. But you can't just play one match and know whether it's good or bad. So the more practice you get with the build, the better you'll be. I think this build has some of the best condition inflicting and condition removal. See, I got second overall with that kind of build, and even without a booster I got 346 glory. So this build works incredibly well in combat, and with all the jagged horrors that you get is more siphoning and more toughness, as I explained in the first video and onward. But this build is very lethal and is very survivable, more so than a lot of other builds. might make you believe, because most builds nowadays use movement to avoid, so they like have all kinds of dodging abilities, and just they rely on moving and just avoiding your attacks just by moving. So with all the immobilize and cripples and chills that you can inflict, you're pretty much already halting their build with the side effects that just this build can have. It's not even the main focus, and you can stop people's builds cold with those kinds of powers. So that's all I have to show you for today. Stay tuned, I might post some other videos and some of my other characters' builds. But for the Necromancer, I feel that Minion Masters are the most survivable and the most deadly. There are lots of variations of the Minion Master build, and I feel like this build that I have shown you works the best in every kind of situation, and its only weaknesses are weaknesses that no build can help, like being overrun by countless enemies, which you saw firsthand at the beginning of this video, and being damaged incredibly fast by DPS, warriors, thieves, and rangers, but a lot of times they don't even get a chance to get close to you with all your immobilize and knockdowns, especially when you travel with other people. DPS builds don't work very well unless it's more of a one-on-one or 2v2 combat. So thank you all for watching. Please leave a like and a comment below of what you thought of the build, and if you have any suggestions to the build, or just whatever you'd like to comment about. Thank you all for watching, and have a great day.